Go.
Okay. Several years ago, I met a guy named Mark who served over in Afghanistan for a period of his life. He was your average 25-year-old military man who was full of life, very optimistic and confident in himself, and some would consider him the life of the party. While he was overseas, many situations occurred that caused him to come back different, not only psychologically, but physically too. On his right arm, he was missing it from the elbow down. Not long after he came back from war, he was able to get fitted for a prosthetic that would ultimately change his life. After some trial and error with the prosthetic, he was able to become more confident again and not feel incomplete like he had. He was originally feeling very depressed and was not the same person that he was. His personality did a 180. So now his perspective on life changed. With his prosthetic, he was able to transition easier back into society and be able to make more friends because he did not feel out of place. To demonstrate how the world of prosthetics has changed Mark's life and many others like him, let's look at the changes that have occurred from the history, what is in store for the future, and how it affects patients. Let's begin with the very beginning. At the early 16th century, Dr. Ambrose Paré created the first hand and leg made out of wood and metal. For the time being, it was not the most comfortable or most fancy, but it served its purpose. Paré's new limb had hinges in the hands and locking knee joints in the ankle. Fast forward several hundred years to the Civil War. Known as one of America's deadliest wars, this war caused many deaths in soldiers and many limbs to be lost. At this point in history, prosthetics would be the main invention that needed to be there. It was in demand. Later on, another prosthetic leg was created, but with more advanced qualities. It had locking knee joints in the leg and ankle, and it was made out of metal and a barrel stave, which caused it to function easier. At this time, this limb would be the most advanced until the early 20th century. According to Unique, an industry-leading company that produces prosthetics, provides evidence that UC Berkeley researchers created a suction stock for lower amputees that is still being used today. This new technology also relieved pressure from the limb from pushing all the weight on it and helped transition the prosthetic from replicating the motion to improving the gait and friction and making it more comfortable. The creators at Unique still use this technology to create their prosthetics today and are always working along with new advancements, such as their new app for 3D printing, which is still being used today. After coming so far in history, the only direction that prosthetics can go is up. Due to new advancements, the future is bright for the world of prosthetics. Artificial limbs have transitioned from those made of wood and metal to metal and barrel stave and now to carbon fiber. The thing about carbon fiber is it is very lightweight and strong and helps make the prosthetic more comfortable. This new material can be created from 3D printers such as the ones used at Unique and through the use of biometrics. These devices help make the prosthetic much more functional and natural than ever before. Along with the new materials comes the new creation, bionic limbs. Compared to the old technology of prosthetics, bionic limbs are more versatile and user-friendly. According to the Smithsonian's website, the bionic limb, created by Touch Bionics, is driven by its own motor. Touch Bionics is a world-leading provider of prosthetic technologies for only upper limb amputees. In their newest technology, the bionic hand is activated by muscular signals that are sent out to the residual limb, which is where the electrodes respond. In the future, they hope to be able to create a direct link from the brain to the limb and then be able so that no wires will be present. After seeing how far we'll be able to go with new technology, let's see how these artificial limbs help the lives of all these patients, like Mark. Prosthetics are able to transition a person's life for the good. According to the Office of Research and Development and Veterans Affairs, once a person's life has changed due to a traumatic event such as losing a limb, they will ultimately become depressed in some way. By getting a new limb, an amputee can gain more confidence in himself or herself, be able to transition easier back into society, and create a new lifestyle that was not the same. They won't feel embarrassed about not being whole. For example, once Mark was able to get a prosthetic, he became more confident and it was easier for him to communicate with others. He was able to interact easier with others because he did not feel that he had to hide behind the fact that he was missing an arm. Prosthetics have come a very long way from the early 16th century, from making it with wood and metal to now carbon fiber. And the creation of bionic limbs also helps making the prosthetics more natural and functional. Through the creation of bionic limbs, prosthetics have become more common and artificial too. or less artificial. The lives of amputees are positively impacted every day with the use of prosthetics because they feel more complete and feel more like themselves. Without prosthetics, amputees might possibly feel out of place within society and dive down into a possible loophole of depression that they could ultimately avoid.